Annie slept her way to the top. And
what top?
Yeah.
I'm flabbergasted that she's talking about Annie sleeping her way to the top. How is that even possible?
She slept her way there.
Sane is the woman this show needs. Like Real Housewives of Durban is becoming hot and becoming way more interesting than we actually thought it's going to be. And Sane is giving us the show, and she's doing way so much in bringing up a show we really need to see this season. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I am Zoba, and I always give you the gist. And here we do everything reality TV shows and movie reviews. And today we'll be doing the review of the Real Housewives of Durban season 3 subscriber, thank you for coming here because you will always get the gist here. And if you're new here, I think this is the family you need to join. So just subscribe because I'm here to give you the gist. So let us just get episode 3 started with Slee, and she went for this prayer session with her spiritual father, and it was actually very wonderful to see her in that aspect too. It's a reality TV show for a reason. So after this, I kind of preached to her about knowing how she talks to people and the rest, that she should respect people. However, there's emphasis on ancestors. So I don't really know about this religion. If you're a South African viewer and you know what this religion is called, I would like you guys to comment on my comment section so you educate me on this. Yes, that is that. So the next scene was that of Annie and Maria. So I think this is where the drama for this episode started, when Annie and Maria met. So they went for horse riding, and actually like the fact that Maria is taking deliberate effort to get to meet the ladies on the show. You know, she's new and she needs to know them. So she taking this effort to hang out with them, get to know them, is actually wonderful. So the conversation they had during this horse riding was about Surisha. So Maria was complaining that Surisha is yet to embrace her into the group, and she feels Maria is not like accommodating. So I actually like the fact that Annie did not kind of just stay there and probably listen or gossip about Surisha, but defended Surisha, that no, I know Surisha to be accommodating, and this claim you're making, that was just talking about Maria, like the claim Maria is making is something contradicting to the Surisha she know. So they actually had a conversation, and she was like, okay, I think Maria Annie agreed to get back to Surisha. And so like she also talked about Surisha not inviting her to a spa lunch. So now the thing is that I understand that Maria feels that way because you're new to this group. You want you want them to accept you, you want to be accepted, but seeing that someone exclude you and did not invite you for events which had all the ladies of the group, you feel bad, you feel marginalized. So it's understandable that she's voicing out her pain. Initially, I was thinking like she's doing too much with this Surisha issue, but we need to understand why Surisha decided to do that. And I don't know why I'm having this feeling that probably Surisha and Maria had like an history or something outside of this show, which probably Surisha is just avoiding her. I don't know, but we've just kind of look forward to more episodes and see what it is and why it is like this. And however, it's nice that Annie is aware of this and she'll surely take this back to Surisha. So after this, we had Jojo Sani, the main woman of the show, and Nonku, the met at the restaurant. So Jojo met with her, and so now Sane. So I think Sane is taking the role of Mabusi from season 1 and season 2. You know, Mabusi was like a friend to the show this season, but Sane now, the way she's coming, she's even doing more than the main cast of the show. And it's, I don't know, I'm having this feeling that I might be wrong. Yes, I might be very, very wrong. But I'm having this feeling that the producers of the show planted Sane into this show just to cause drama, because Sane is doing too much with her drama. Like, seriously, so let me give you the gist. So, Jojo, Nonku, and Sane met at this restaurant, and okay, Sane discussed about how she blasted Londie during the season 2. This season, the episode two, I'm very sorry for this. Yes, the episode two. So if you had not actually watched that, I already made a video on episode one and episode two. You can always just go back to them. So she actually said she's going to apologize to Londie. She'll take her for this expensive trip, which will be all expense paid for. How she really addressed Londie. Okay, you're done with that. I think you're ready to correct your wrong about what you've done to Londie. Then this woman is pressing another button, like she is closing one and opening another one. And who is that target now? It is Annie. The one thing about this Annie issue is that I'm not feeling bad that Sani is coming for Annie, because Annie can do this. We know Annie. We saw Annie in season one. We saw her in season two. So I think to an extent we can predict things this woman can do. So okay, so Sani claimed that Annie was just like this lousy PA who was just like who was nobody, but she actually just pushed herself to the top, and now she's claiming like the boss woman. That so now she had been sleeping with her boss, and now she's not claiming like the wife. So she was just a PA, and she manipulated or kind of maneuver her way to become who she is now. So this was a very loud one from Sani, and Jojo was there. And we know like Nonku will not actually defend Annie, because Nonku and Annie are not in so much of good terms. So but Jojo who we kind of so now I won't really blame Jojo for not defending Annie, because in as much as she did not really kind of contribute to that conversation, she was only shocked. But one thing that would be wrong is if probably Jojo did not get back to Annie. And it's still understandable that even if she should not go back to tell Annie, but if she won't be telling Annie, I think she was not supposed to tell every other women in the group. So that was that for Jojo, Sane, and so after this, we had Londie. She met with Surisha and Annie. I think it happens at at Surisha's house. So during this meet, Londie actually explained herself and the part where, and she did talk about how Sane was very unrational, how Sane was just so everywhere during the launch of Surisha's spa. So during this conversation, Londie was like she felt bad about how the woman was, and she do not even know her. So they actually talk about Sane. Then Londie actually gave the real account about her breakup and the story that had been around her. So she said she really liked this husband, but everything has not been going fine. That our marriage had not been very, very, very perfect on, even before the story about the man having a baby mama and another woman. So she said like the baby mama issue was not the major issue they had, that they've always had differences, and she's been enduring it just because of her children. But this it has gotten to an extent that she can't enjoy it anymore. So she cried about it, and Annie and Surisha actually pet her and they try their best to make her feel good. So after this conversation, we had Nonku. So Nonku is just in her house, and this man came with a car. So remember that last season we were introduced to this man. Last episode, you guys should pardon my mistake. So last episode we were introduced to this man, and this man was like, "Oh, he's going to take care of her, he wants her, and the rest." So we're seeing this man doing something, yeah. So he brought her a car and flowers, and Nonku was so surprised. So it's actually wonderful that okay, Nonku is like giving another storyline this episode. It's not just a drunk Nonku who had issues and all the rest. At least this season, she's projecting something better about herself, and yeah, so it's actually very wonderful to see that about Nonku. Then the next thing, Surisha takes care of. So we had this episode where Surisha and her children were discussing, and they were also like their pets, like the dogs they have there. So they were actually kind of cleaning them and doing the rest to them. So she actually talked to our children how they should try their best to always get back to their father. You know, like I think the man is very, very busy. So the children are tired of dealing with him, and the father is not always available for her. And so I think one of the kids was like she had chosen to live this life and the rest. So she's advising the children to, at least in as much as the man is very busy, they should also create time to understand and get to bond with him. And so after this scene, we had Annie and Surisha. So I think Surisha came to visit Annie, and now Annie got a dog just like that of Surisha, and they were planning on going for dog dates, like making their dogs meet themselves. Okay, so that was that. And during their conversation, they actually talked about Maria and also Sane. So, what's the name? Annie actually disclosed to Surisha a lot of things she's found out about this woman. So I think I don't really know what I don't really understand what she said about her, but there's like I think it was something very very so bad. And Surisha actually just feel like okay, she's just going to avoid Sani, that she cannot deal with a person like her. And also Surisha actually talked about how she gets to know Sani and invited her for her event. So after that, Annie also brought up the matter, the issue of Maria and what Maria told her during their horse riding. So Surisha was like, oh, she never knew that she do not know Maria. That's why she did not invite her. That there were a lot of ladies during Jojo's lunch, Jojo's soiree. So she feels like it's not everybody she's going to invite, and she do not know Maria. But now she's going to pay attention to her. So they're actually wonderful. So after this, we add Slee and Nonku. So this, I have something to say. Why is Nonku taking deliberate efforts to get Slee back as a friend, but will not take a time, or will not even take a minute or a second to throw Slee under the bus? Why? I need question to that because I don't understand Nonku. One, like you're always apologizing, you want to keep friendship with this woman, but when you have Jojo, this woman is never like a friend to you. You can always just kind of treat her like bullshit. Even if Slee had made the statement Jojo is accusing her of saying or had made with her husband and the rest, if you good, like if you as a friend who is between this woman, like your friend to Jojo, your friend to Slee, you're not supposed to have that conversation with Jojo. It's best for her to just kind of have a conversation with Slee and probably caution her that okay, you shouldn't have said that. I don't know if Slee really said that. I feel probably Slee must have said that. That how I feel. But I will still blame Nonku for taking this gist to Slee, for taking the gist to Jojo. She wasn't supposed to. So Nonko apologized to Slee and even gave her a gift and the rest. And it's funny that that was happening. But actually, like the fact that Slee was not kind of open to all of this friendship and the rest with Nonku, because Nonku is not really doing well with this friendship. So and it's even better to just pick a also. If you just want Jojo as a friend, yes, just pick Jojo and let Slee be. Why we always bring her back, apologize, and want you guys to be cool, but when it's time to just pick Jojo over and you will always do that. No, I think Nonku can do better. Or probably she's just being messy. I don't know. Yes, that's for Nonku this episode. And funny enough, Nonku gifted Slee a cloth, which Slade said she's going to return to her because it's big. So now we found out that on the very first episode, Nonku wore the same dress. So now the question is this dress an already worn dress? Or is it just something similar or like probably the same design Nonku gifted Slee? So that's that. So after this, then the last scene was was Nonku party. So Nonku celebrated a year which she had been celibate. I feel like having this type of event is funny because I feel probably maybe the housewives on this season had lost events they can actually host and meaningful things they can use this show to promote, right? So they just want, it should not be as if they are not doing something on the show, because I don't understand who does a celibacy party. I don't know. So that was that. So she celebrated a year which she had been celibate, and the theme was Arabian something. So the ladies of the show came in an Arabian wear. So it was actually wonderful to see Maria, Jojo, Surisha, and Sane. So during this event, Jojo spilled the tea. She gave them the gist. So Jojo gave Surisha, Maria, and I think this Maria friend, which is actually I actually love the fact that there is a lot of like, I don't know if I'll call them minor cast on this show. That's like Nonku's man, this Maria's friend, and the rest, and Sani and the rest. So it's making the Real Housewives of Durban giving. Yeah. So Jojo actually gave the gist to the ladies and everyone there. So she told them what Sani had said. And luckily enough, Maria advised Jojo to actually tell this to Annie. So you remember Sani said Maria slept her way to becoming the woman she is, that she was just a lousy PA. So after this conversation, Maria Surisha came and Jojo spilled the tea to Surisha. So Surisha was uncomfortable about that. She was not happy that Sani said that. And for the fact that Annie already told her a lot about Sani, so she had to leave the event without even wasting time. And I think she's avoiding Sani. So that was that, and that was where season 3, episode 3 ended. It's actually very wonderful, Sha. So we're looking forward to the next episode.